Hey guys, welcome to Game Ed. Today we're doing a video, and today for our Modern Warfare 3 weapon conversions, we are going to be converting the M16 into the M16A4, I should say, into the M16A3E2 in fully automatic using the new JAK Patriot aftermarket conversion kit. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll show you guys the build, jump into some gameplay, and we'll talk about some real life statistics for the weapon. Here's the final design for the M16A3 Echo 2. Very nice looking build here. Let's go ahead and back out. So what you want to do for it to unlock this, go into the weekly challenges here. This is going to be the week 7 challenge here, the JAK Patriot. Going to give you the M16A4, converting it into a fully automatic version with the Grenadier barrel. Thus, this would pretty much be an A3. I suppose you could make an argument for an A1, but not really. There was no. I don't believe the A1 had the Grenadier barrels with the underbarrel 203s. So this would be an A3 in fully automatic. Go ahead and back out, and we'll look at the build. So first off, we're going to select just the M16 Modern Warfare 2 weapon here in Modern Warfare 3. And at base, this is a 3-round burst weapon. It is an A4. So we'll go ahead now. What you're going to want to do, conversion kit, you have the JAK Patriot. So conversion for the pros is full automatic fire. Gun kick control, recoil control, and damage at range are the pros. The cons are overall damage and hip fire. As you can see here, just the gun kick, all the recoil stats much improved, and the effective damage ranges go up. Rate of fire is actually going to be increased slightly, 596. So it should be increased because it is fully automatic. So but actually, you can pop out bursts pretty quick. So I'm not sure. It actually goes down. Okay. It's not really clear here. It looks like it's going down. Rate of fire is going down slightly below 596. So I don't know if that's correct, what they did with that stat. But regardless, we'll go ahead and jump into it. So with the JAK Patriot conversion, you can see at base here, it's going to give you the differences. You're going to have the 3D printed material for the whole upper receiver. And it's going to give you the Grenadier barrel at base, and you're locked into that barrel. You cannot change the barrel. So we already have the right buttstock. Rear grip is fine. There's no need to really change the rear grip, so we'll leave that. Magazine option, you obviously have the 15-round mag if you want to get creative. 45-round mag or a 60-round quad stack. We're going to stay with the windowed PMag there. That's completely fine. Ammunition, this is personal preference because we're not going to be using all 5 attachments. So you can go ahead and throw a magazine or an ammunition option on there if you want. Underbarrel attachment, if you have the Grenadier barrel, you have to go with an underbarrel grenade launcher. So we have to go with the 40mm grenade launcher, the M203, on the underbarrel of the weapon because it makes no sense to have this barrel otherwise. So you kind of have to run that if you want to be, unless you want to be a crazy man like the original Modern Warfare 2019 M4 Warzone build. Everyone's running like that, which you can also make here, which is pretty cool. For the laser option, we're going to go ahead and do a 1 milliwatt PEC. So it appears when you put this on that they add a PIC rail there. I'm not really sure, or maybe it's just gluing to the barrel, but it does look cool to have the PEC 15 up top there. So we'll go ahead and add that. Optic, so the M16A3 E1 has a fixed carrying handle. This is obviously, you can see, you can detach it from the PIC rail there. This is just, you can see it's mounted on the PIC rail. So this is already an E2. So we'll go ahead and the E2, you could remove the carrying handle, which is exactly what this one is. So we'll go ahead and go to the, again, this is more personal preference, but typically the A3s you would see, the Grenadier versions, you would see ACOGs being run on those. So here, we're on the ACOG with the top-mounted RMR, so we'll go ahead and select that. And that's our final version. We are going to want to put a camo on there, though, because I personally think that the 3D printed material here looks just hideous. So you have the solids, which actually look really good. I think the solids are a really nice option here. However, I don't love how it covers everything about the weapon as far as like the laser, the PEC 15 and everything like that. It just looks a little weird as a solid. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a woodland option here. So if I go ahead and go over I really wanted to use a desert option, but the desert options just don't look great with the 3D printed material. You can see that the barrel and the end of the barrel, the handguard, and even just the whole upper receiver in general just looks really bad with the 3D printed material. So you really got to find a dark camo to kind of cover it up. So we're going to go ahead and run with the urban foliage, woodland camo. Go ahead and select that, back out. And this is the final version of our M16A3 Echo 2 with that removing carrying handle. Now the difference between the A4s and the A2s is that the A3s used a M16A1 lower, so we do have the fully automatic option as a select fire option, whereas the A2s and A4s you did not have that option. So other than that, that's the final design. Pretty simple. I think the PEC looks pretty cool there. You can see they did mount kind of a pick rail on top of the heat shield, which is cool. I like that. Other than that, it's the basic M4 M16 AR-15 platform, just with the heat shield, grenadier barrel. Obviously, we put the grenade launcher on there. You have the it's cool because even without the grenade launcher on this, you have the I believe, unless I looked at it wrong, but you have the grenade sights, the grenade launcher sights on the end of the barrel. So maybe that was specific for the, let's see if it was specific for, it was not. So those are fixed there. So you really, it makes sense to run this with a grenade launcher. Let's go ahead, jump into the firing range. You can see the weapon inspect. Nothing new. It's just a standard M16 M4 inspect. It looks good though. I really love that we have a top-mounted pick rail on, or PEC 15 on this, which is really cool. Now again, it is fully automatic, so let's go ahead and... Wow. Alright, so that was a terrible example of recoil control. It doesn't really kick at all at first, and then it's going to go pretty crazy horizontally. So if I just don't control this... Well, we'll look at that. Let's go ahead and just... So it's going to climb straight vertically at first, and then it'll start kicking horizontally. So at range, this obviously would not be the build you want. You would probably want to put some sort of muzzle device on that and build it out differently if you're really trying to go competitive Warzone with this. But it is obviously more accurate with something like the RMR. You can shoot a little bit better with it, I feel like. But after the first 10 shots, it's getting a little crazy. As you can see, I'm just having a lot of trouble hitting it right here. But the closer shots are good. I think long range, it's a little bit difficult to get shots on. That may change with the attachments. Go ahead and not control the recoil here. So you can see that's some pretty crazy, you know, up and to the left recoil. It's kicking pretty hard. Let's try and control it. So that's not bad. But again, when you start getting out to ranges, just that little bit of horizontal bounce gets exaggerated a lot more, which is obvious with how I can barely hit that long target. But other than that, the closer targets, not too bad. You'll see it in the gameplay. Go ahead now, and we will jump into the gameplay for this weapon, just using it on the invasion map, using it as we would with the grenade launcher. I actually got a nuke here, which is pretty funny. Just playing against AI, but it is fun to see just how you can utilize this in fully automatic. I think it's definitely, and the cool thing is you can burst it, like, if you need to. You can't put it in select fire burst, at least not with the grenade launcher, but you can actually burst it if you want to be a little bit more accurate for those longer ranges, which I think is cool. But like I said, the Echo 2, the A3, E2, and E1 were rolled out in small numbers, adopted by Navy SEALs and security units, and it did utilize the M16A1 trigger group, so you did have safe, semi, and full auto instead of the burst option that you saw with the A2 and the A4s, obviously. So the M16, great weapon. We covered the E3 conversion in Modern Warfare 2, because you can make an E3 and technically even an A2, I believe, or excuse me, you can make all versions of the A3 with the M4 also. So this really isn't anything new to the game, but to do it with the actual M16, I think is a nice option. Going back to the Modern Warfare 2019 conversion routes with these aftermarket parts, which is really, really good to see. So the M16's been in service since 1964 through present. The designer is Eugene Stoner, designed the AR-10 platform, and worked with James Sullivan for the AR-15 platform. So Eugene Stoner, just a legend, the Stoner machine gun, all of that. design period was 1959. Manufacturer is pretty much everybody under the sun, from Colt, FN Herstal, and probably every firearm manufacturer in the United States makes these. Produced from 1963 through present. Obviously, the original one first saw combat in the Vietnam War. The mass for the weapon for the A3 overall is going to be 7.5 pounds. The length overall for the M16A3 is going to be 20 inches. The barrel length is 20 inches. Cartridge is a 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO cartridge. It's a gas operated closed rotating bolt with a rate of fire here for the A1 around, or excuse me, the A3, 700 to 800 rounds per, or 700 to 900 rounds per minute with the A3 and fully automatic. The muzzle velocity is going to be 3,150 feet per second, or 960 meters, with an effective range of 550 meters, or 601 yards for a point target. Area target is 800 meters, or 875 yards. Minimum target range, 3,600 meters, or 3,937 yards. Feed system is any sort of Stenag mag, P mag, anything with 5.56. It takes a large variety of mags, even a C mag of 100 round. Stenag mags also, just everything under the sun is typically compatible. A lot of the 5.56 pattern magazines were designed to fit these pattern weapons. The sights are going to be rear apertures here, obviously with the carrying handle at base. This with the A3E2 is the carrying handle is fixed to the top Picatinny rail. So here we're able to utilize an ACOG with an RMR. Let me know your thoughts down below. Really nice conversion here. Pretty nice to see, honestly. I would really like to see a lot more of these for a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. So hopefully they keep adding them. Hopefully they bring back some Modern Warfare 2019 weapons in general. I think would be really cool to see. I know they're bringing back the Car 98 here for Season 4, apparently. I would really like to see something like the Odin and some of those other weapons brought back also. I think would be really nice to see. So let me know your thoughts down below. Maybe we'll get an AS Val VSS would be really good. Work really well with the aftermarket part idea. Let me know your thoughts down below. We also have the Twitch links, all of that, Twitter down below in the description. Discord, we have merchandise is live. You can become a member here on the channel as well. Big shout out to all of our members. The Twitch page there, since I did just upgrade my PC, we're doing a lot of Arena Breakout and more PC games. So the Twitch page will be a lot more active. So majority of my live streams, minus maybe one here and there on during the week or for special events, will be on YouTube. But other than that, I think we're going to be focusing mainly on video content here for the algorithm, and the live streams will be over on Twitch. So go ahead and check that out. Till next time, this is Buffering Game with the M16A3 Echo 2 with the JAK Patriot conversion kit. Till next time, Buffering Gaming, out.
Mr. Roger, 11 2 Sub-Zero.